Okay, so going back to 14, it's one of the canonic pieces from the previous 7 canonic studies. 14 is, we played as an anchor yesterday. It's a 2-voice canon. There are 2 layers, and they are very circumscribed to middle low and middle high registers. And the proportion is 4 to 5, or 5 to 4. That's what it is. The lower voice starts, then comes the faster voice, high there, and then finishes before, and then it remains a missing of the lower voice. Different than a traditional canon, then starts the voice and then the other follows, but because of the speed differences, we have the lower voice and the higher voice a bit shorter, sitting on top. That's the form of the piece. And the lower voice has quarter note 88. You see that? In his score, that's his manuscript score. And then here comes the higher voice, quarter note 110. So if you compare those numbers, 88 and 110 is 4 to 5, if you reduce it to smaller numbers. And the same thing is written, but it's very hard to play it from there, because I cannot just unless I have a click track. It's just a speed thing. So the transcription, is on the right side. It's the lower voice is written in 4/8, and the upper voice is written in 5/8. But the bar lines are aligned, so we feel I feel 5, da 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 for each bar, and she feels da 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 4/8 for each bar. And then this means that here starts with the downbeat in Nancarrow score that comes somewhere here, and here starts not downbeat, but it comes also somewhere here. So it's calculated exactly where it goes, but it's written in the same measures. Just one subdivision and the other one. So
and the player piano doesn't feel downbeats like downbeats, right? It's a machine. Every note is the same. So really it's okay to rebar anything because the machine doesn't care about bar lines, right?
So we'll play this for you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what you can hear, so the slow voice is this long, and the fast voice is this long, right? So there's a place right in the middle of the piece, it's about 2 minutes long, where the top voice is behind and then goes ahead, right? In terms of the canon. Because we play exactly the same thing, just up a fifth. So maybe you can listen for that middle point where the voices start to cross. So the convergence point is where? Is that here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's this. That's it. That's the point.
You hear that, maybe we'll play this fragment, you hear, we'll play the same thing, and I'm a little behind. And then we come together, and then I'm ahead. So, should we do
Just
that?
exactly at this. So really, officially, it should be together, and then, right, just by one note. Okay, here.
Yeah, okay.
It's just, it's subtle. It happens just in a second, but it's a very clear form, which most of his pieces really have.
Yeah. That's, he names the dissonance, the rhythmic dissonance would be 4 to 5 in this case. He went very far to do like 60 against 61. I mean, extreme things that we cannot calculate. Or we have the most extreme we have is a three voice canon is 12 to 15 to 20. Yeah, that's the thing. And that is this, he puts the subtitle to this canon, canon 4/5, canon 3/4, which is the next piece we will play. 3/4, number 15. Number 15, yeah.
So the form of this one is also very clear, except we start together and we finish together. We each play the same music twice. The first time, Elena is playing in the bottom at a speed of 3, and I'm playing at the top at a speed of 4. And then we switch, and I play at a speed of 3, and she plays at a speed of 4. So what happens in the middle?
Some point in matching
The 3 takes, right, because the 3 takes longer. So there's a place in the middle where we're both playing 3s. So that's the form of the piece, basically, is this 3 and 4 switching in this place in the middle. So we play in the middle soft to highlight that place where we come together. The music is very abstract, and so you don't really hear it as a canon necessarily, but we're playing, it's like superimposed canon. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Should we play the same speed or a little bit? Just a little bit.
Sure. What do you mean? Like,
Less than 3 bows.
okay, so this is not the piece, but if I start here and you start there, we're in 3s.
We play the same speed now as an experiment.
3s. Well, that's like da-da-da-da-da. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's the 3.
But then now I start in this speed and she'll play faster in 4. And then at the end I play faster and she play.
Well, let's play a little. Let's play a little of the 4s first. Let's play 4s together.
4?
Where
Okay.
do you start? There, here. See? No. At one point years ago, we had this one memorized, but that was a long time ago. Not anymore. Okay, so I start 4s, she starts 3s. We join on 3s, and then she does 4s and I do 3s.
Points, very pointillistic in a page.
Very pointillistic. So our experience as performers is that at first it sounds like chaos and we have no idea how we're going to do this. And then you start very slowly and eventually you learn the result and you learn not to be influenced by the other person's speed. Because Nancarrow did not want to hear polyrhythms, he wanted to hear speeds. And so there's this feeling of like, you're too slow, you're too fast, but you have to listen but not listen too much that you get pulled into the other speed. So that's been a very interesting technical experience for us as chamber music players to learn how to do that.
So everything's a bit have to be very equal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a kind of listening but not listening. Being confident that you know the result and you'll find a way to be there without being too pulled by the other person. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is you say, okay, you could play one a little faster and one a little slower, and it would be more or less the same. And it's not.
No.
It is very carefully composed contrapuntally, so it has to be like this.
Right.
It has to be like that. It has to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and with change composers, this is Erik Onya, composer who worked very close with us and helped in the Nancarrow project and also composed for us some pieces. He was also my husband, so it's very close relationship there. And we would like to introduce some pieces, 2 pieces that he composed for us. Yodel in 2000 and Andere Stimmen, Other Voices means Andere Stimmen in 2003. Lokale Widerstand is a 3rd piece, there won't be time for that, but he loved the piano. But he didn't compose for piano because he had too much respect for the instrument and for the history of the repertoire that has been written for. So he was always looking for new ways of expressing himself compositionally, and also his voice has to be expressed, not repeating something else that someone else had done. And that had to do very much with the sound itself. His interest was in the sound, like the sound under the microscope. He was very interested in physics and acoustics and how sound is built in the harmonic that it is contained in every single sound. So it's not surprising that he turned to the strings of the piano in this yodel, and the piece has a very vocal quality. Jordan is a we end up living in Switzerland, but he composed this before we went to Switzerland. This vocal technique of yodeling, where the voice breaks to the harmonics, this thing. So yodeling for piano harmonics, and he says it's part of a trilogy with Understimmen and Lokale Widerstand. The pieces are somehow related. We'll see how. In the case of Jordan, he concentrates on gradations of timbre and is an exploration of the world of overtones with the subtle nuances of color, pitch, and reverberation. Formally, it evolves as a cyclical spiral, branching off at a particular point and then coming back to the main cycle. That's the form of Jordan. And I would like to, we will show you first just an audio example to see what the sound world of Jordan, and then we'll explain how this is played. This is how it sounds. This is one piano, two players, and this is how it's played. The piece is 11 minutes long. Or something, no, maybe 9 minutes long. Yes, so it's not this occasional harmonic that comes combined with the normal sounds. It's completely this, except for parts that they are purposely low notes that become harmonics in the yodel effect.
So what are you doing inside the piano?
Just
I will show.
Yeah.
Show. This is from the tail of the piano. What I'm doing is touching notes, harmonic notes. But these are the markings with different colors. This is a map that I used to practice of the strings of a particular model. We'll show this.
So we marked 7 rows of harmonics on 19 strings of the piano. The bottom 19 strings of the piano, and then there's 7 rows of harmonics. So row 1 is the octave, and then row 2 is the octave and a fifth, and
2
so on,
octaves,
up to the
third, the fifth, the seventh, all this.
Only 7 original.
7,
Up to
yes,
the
Up to the seventh.
up to the 7th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay, that's
that would be the
that's
first
an
one.
E flat. That's the octave. That's in the middle of the string, exactly the middle comes the octave. That's the fifth, octave plus a fifth on the third of the string. An octave, and then the third comes. And then the fifth again. And then the seventh, which is low.
just flat.
Yeah. So, from the lowest, the 19 strings are marked like this. The middle, the third. So these markings.
So what she's playing, she's pressing, put her fingers on those places, and then I play the note so that they sound these new harmonics. Yes.
And how do I know what to press? When? Well,
Well,
these
much
harmonics
practice.
are painted like white, black, like a keyboard. You see, here is the C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, like a keyboard.
So it's like a
So
keyboard
if
design.
I'm told play C, middle C, in the 7th keyboard, I put my finger here. Play E in the 7th keyboard, put my finger here. Okay, so
But
this
the
is
C-
this has nothing to do with the sound of the piece. This is only to get oriented.
So you guys have 2 different score?
Yeah, we'll show
One
you
is
that.
for you, one is for you?
Well,
Yeah.
we'll show you the score. The
This is
C
the score.
the C is an E flat. The C sharp
Yeah.
is a D, actually. So there's an inverse relationship between she's standing there reading left to right, C, C sharp, up.
So
But
yes,
the pitches are actually going down.
so this is the keyboard part. What Amy plays.
Yeah.
When she plays this note, I have my finger already in some kind in my virtual choral that I'm playing, so it doesn't sound this note. Sounds something else, which is in the result there. But here, this is the virtual keyboard part. So I start the piece with 4 notes. So, and then comes the next 2 notes, and then the next one. So we are in choreography. It's like that, for example. That's the first chord. So the first chord is the E in the 3rd keyboard, there, this E. And the A in the 4th keyboard. I mean, this is too big, but my hand goes. And then the A sharp in the 4th keyboard also,
Wow.
and the C sharp in the 5th keyboard,
keyboard.
which I painted red to recognize. So, begins like that, and she starts playing. Da-da-da. And then the next one. And then the next one, and this one.
Yeah.
So it's a choreography.
That has to be very closely aligned, or you hear all those low notes, right?
And it's very difficult. We want to play this piece here, but you need to have a certain size piano, because I can rely on physical memory, because I must play by memory. That's the other problem. Because otherwise I cannot read the score and find this at the same time.
So it can only be done really on a Steinway B.
I tried to rent a Steinway B in
Yeah.
India. They have it, but they don't
Don't
allow
want
Not
you to
allowed
do
to touch
that.
the strings.
inside of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
strings.
So
And
that's
it's
why we are showing this now.
impossible.
And this is from my side, from the inner side, how you. No, that's the beginning that I show you. And go on, goes on. So it must be there before she plays it. It's kind of a virtual music that I'm playing, but sounds something else. And what happens? Oh, what did I do?
Just quit.
Something.
Maybe that new file.
Okay. Maybe it was too much work, this yodel thing.
Yes, it's too much work for this piece.
From yesterday.
Well, he uses only 19 keys. The reason for this is because until here, almost every piano has the strings over. In the bigger pianos, there are fewer strings over, so
Where the bars are.
so it's possible to play the harmonics. So 19 strings, here the 19 notes, but each note allows this chord to be with the different harmonics, different positions. So if you order all the repertory of sounds that you have 19, but you have 133 notes available. And many of the notes have very many gradations of intonation. For example, the E, a fifth harmonic is a little lower than the normal fourth harmonic. The E, third harmonic is a little higher than the sixth harmonic. There are 4 versions of E. And then sometimes 5 versions of the same note. And he works with this as if were different vowels or different intonation of the colors for the same pitch. And sometimes he has, I press in 4 fingers, but it's one note. What comes is the same note in different tunings and make this special sound that is all these notes at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like very condensed bouquet of color, but it's one note.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you can also get glissandi, slight pitch bends,
There are
unison
glissandi.
that gets flatter and flatter. So a way to get, incredible microtones out of the piano.
It's a different instrument because you have the attack, boom, of course, but then you have a very long resonance when you play a harmonic. So it sounds longer than the piano normally sounds, too. It's a new instrument with this piece. Then we play the very end of the piece, starting at minute 7, I think. Let's see.